What's going on? I'm on my way home. This is when I like doing the videos. I get to cruise and flow my words at the same time. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford does an interview, and in the interview, one of the things they asked him was, why didn't he join PBC? They're like, all these top welterweights, they're all with PBC. Why wouldn't he have joined PBC? Why didn't you not join PBC? Why didn't you go ahead and renew your contract with Bob Arum and Top Rank? And his answer to that was that, he believed, he was like, in his head, he had two other fights. One was with Molina, and who else was the other dude? I forget the other dude, the Cuban dude. But he had two fights, a Diaz, I think. So he had two fights with two guys who were from PBC. So, in his head, okay, if you can make fights with those guys, you should be able to make any fights when it comes to me fighting, anybody from PBC. So he's saying that in his head, they just don't want him, they didn't want him, facing all the top guys because, they didn't want their top guys being beat. So he's like, in his head is like, basically, I think they're just, facing each other. Like, let's just face each other and see what happens and what he does. And I'm going to have to call BS on that one. Crawford is not a moron. His people are not morons. You setting up a fight with the low-tier fighter is not the same as you setting up a fight with one of the elite guys in a place. It's not. It's absolutely not. With the Molinas, with the Diaz's, basically it's like, this is the amount of money we're offering you for the fight. They agree on the purse, and that's basically it. Your ass, they'll give you a date, they give you a time, and your ass shows up, whether you win or lose, you take your check, and you leave. It's going to be a Top Rank event with whatever network Top Rank is dealing with. Everything's going to be completely run by Top Rank. Your ass just shows up. That's it. When you're talking about guys like Danny Garcia, or Keith Thurman, or Sean Porter, or Earl Spence, it's a different kind of time. It's not the same thing. And Crawford's not an idiot. He knows this. He knows when it comes to those type of guys and those type of fights, there isn't no, we're fighting on our network type of thing. Depending on the situation, they might want you to fight on their network. Depending what the situation is. That's number one. Number two, there's other things that they're going to want when it comes to things like television rights, when it comes to things like gate, when it comes to things like promotional fees, because most of them are their own promoters. There's going to be a lot of different cuts of things that they're going to want. It's a different type of game. It's a completely different time. It's not the same thing. Pay is going to be different. This ain't we're going to give you 600,000, 700, 500,000, 600. I know Molina, I'm sure they made bread because I ain't make sure them guys still make bread. 400,000, whatever it was. It's not that type of thing. We're talking M's. We're talking probably 7-8 million. We're talking about a substantial amount of money. Just especially if you want them to go over there. You want them to go over there, you're going to have to pay over and beyond. Because now you're telling this guy to put himself into a shicey situation unnecessarily. You're asking him to put himself into a effed up kind of situation by going into a card that's being controlled by your people. And he's a top tier guy who doesn't need to do that, understanding I'm going to fight this lower tier dude right here, and then for my next fight, I'm going to get paid this amount of money, and I'm going to get pieces of the gate, concessions. I'm going to have TV rights. I'm going to have all this. They know they're going to get all that in two fights. So them knowing that, you're going to have to bring a really good offer for them to go there. Unless you're willing to go fight over on PBC. Because I always hear this thing about, oh, the other side of the street, but you're not willing to go over there in order to fight. So you somehow expect them to come over to you to fight. So it's not the same type of thing. It's a completely different situation. Offering Danny a $3 million flat fee for a pay-per-view bout. That's not even a non-starter. That's not something to even attempt to negotiate. And people would ask, why wouldn't Danny negotiate? That was just an offer. Why wouldn't he have negotiated? People forget about the fact that he negotiated before to try to fight Manny Pacquiao, when Manny Pacquiao was with Top Rank. They tried to negotiate, and they spent months upon months upon months upon months upon months trying to get something done. Top Rank wouldn't give him what they wanted. So if oh shit, that's not good. That's a bear. That is not cool. That's not cool. Damn, I gotta call animal control. Fuck. Man, be careful when you live in the boonies, man. That's a damn bear. Shit. All right, I'll call them in a second. Hopefully they don't kill somebody. Oh boy, they're about to go into somebody's yard. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, brother. Damn. Hold on.